Hi, my name is Anna. When I first started learning English, I felt like a lost puppy, unsure of where to go or what to do. But I discovered that stories can make learning fun and easy. Today, I'm going to help you learn English with a heartwarming story about a little lost dog. Before we dive in, make sure to repeat the words and phrases with me. This will help you improve your pronunciation. And remember, don't be afraid to practice out loud. Are you ready? Let's begin. The scene in my story shifts to a sunny park. Children are playing, birds are chirping, and everything feels peaceful. It was a bright morning, and I was walking along a path near my house. I loved spending time outdoors. But that day, something unexpected happened. I remember the morning clearly. The sun was shining, and the air was fresh. I was walking my usual path in the park, enjoying the sound of birds singing in the trees. The park was full of life, children laughing, runners passing by, and the occasional bark of a dog in the distance. But then, I heard a bark that sounded different. It was soft, almost like a cry. I stopped and looked around, curious. The sound came again. Woof! Woof! But it wasn't coming from one of the bigger dogs playing with their owners. It was coming from near a tall tree by the playground. As I got closer, I saw a small, fluffy puppy sitting under the tree. It was shaking and looked so scared. My heart sank. Oh no, I thought. This little one must be lost. I knelt down and spoke softly. Hey there, little guy. Are you okay? The puppy tilted its head and let out another tiny bark. I could feel it was trying to say, "Help me." I looked around to see if anyone nearby might be the owner, but no one seemed to notice. I knew I had to do something. "Don't worry," I whispered to the puppy. "I'll help you find your home." As I gently reached out my hand, the puppy sniffed it cautiously. "It's okay," I said softly. "I won't hurt you." After a moment, it wagged its tail slightly, and I knew it trusted me. Standing up with determination, I glanced around the park again. Maybe someone here knows who this puppy belongs to, I thought. I decided to start asking people nearby. With the puppy following close behind me, I walked over to a bench where a woman was sitting reading a book. She looked friendly, so I decided to ask her first. "Excuse me," I said, trying to sound as polite as possible. "Have you seen this puppy before?" The woman looked up from her book and smiled. "Oh, no," she replied. "I haven't. Is it lost?" "Yes," I nodded. "It seems scared, and I can't find its owner. Do you know anyone in the park who might have a dog like this?" She thought for a moment, and then shook her head. "I'm sorry, I don't. But maybe try asking near the playground. A lot of families with pets spend time there." "Thank you so much," I said, grateful for her suggestion. As I walked toward the playground, the puppy stayed close to my feet. Its little tail wagged every time I looked down at it, and I couldn't help but smile. "Don't worry, buddy," I said. "We'll figure this out." At the playground, I saw a group of kids playing tag, while a few parents watched from a distance. I approached a man who was holding a leash, even though his dog wasn't there at the moment. "Excuse me," I said again. "Do you know if this puppy belongs to anyone here?" The man looked at the puppy and frowned. "I don't think so," he said. "But you should ask Lisa. She's over by the swings. She knows almost everyone who brings their dogs to this park." I thanked him and walked over to the swings. As I got closer, I saw a woman with a big smile, talking to a child. She seemed approachable, so I called out, "Hi, are you Lisa?" She turned to me and nodded. "Yes, that's me. How can I help you?" I explained the situation, pointing to the puppy. "Do you know who this little guy belongs to?" Lisa bent down to take a closer look at the puppy. "Oh, poor thing," she said. "I think I've seen this dog before. There's a family that lives near the park who has a puppy just like this. Let me check something for you." She pulled out her phone and made a quick call. After a minute, she hung up and smiled. Good news. The family is still at home. They didn't even realize the puppy had wandered off. They're so relieved you found it. Thinking back on what happened that day, I realized how much I used simple English to communicate and solve the problem. Let me show you some of the key phrases and words I used, so you can use them too. First, I started each conversation politely by saying, "Excuse me." This is a great way to get someone's attention without being rude. For example, you can say, "Excuse me, can you help me?" "Excuse me, have you seen my bag?" Now, repeat after me. "Excuse me." Good job. Next, I asked, "Have you seen this puppy before?" This phrase is useful when you're looking for something or someone. You can change the word puppy to whatever you need. For example, "Have you seen my phone?" "Have you seen my friend?" Let's practice together. "Have you seen this puppy before?" Great. Another important phrase I used was, "It's lost." This is how you explain that something or someone is missing. You can also say, "I'm lost," if you don't know where you are. "The keys are lost," if you can't find them. Now you try. "It's lost." Perfect. Finally, I reassured the puppy by saying, "Don't worry, I'll help you." This is a kind and simple way to offer help. Here are other examples. "Don't worry, everything will be okay." "Don't worry, I'm here to help." Repeat with me. "Don't worry, I'll help you." Nice work. These phrases might seem small, but they're super useful in everyday situations. Try using them in your own conversations, and you'll see how much easier it becomes to communicate. Now that you've learned some useful phrases, it's time to practice. Imagine you're in the same situation I was in. You find a lost puppy in the park. What would you say? Here's a mini challenge for you. 1. Start by getting someone's attention. What phrase would you use? Hint: "Excuse me." 2. Ask them if they've seen the owner of the puppy. How would you say it? Hint: "Have you seen this puppy's owner?" 3. Finally, reassure the puppy or explain that it's lost. What could you say? Hint: "Don't worry, I'll help you," or "It's lost." Take a moment to think about your answers. Now, let's practice together. Challenge 1. Getting attention. I'll say it first, and then you repeat after me. "Excuse me." Now, try saying it again, but louder, as if you're in a noisy park. "Excuse me." Great job. Challenge 2. Asking a question. Next, let's ask, "Have you seen this puppy's owner?" Say it slowly with me. "Have you seen this puppy's owner?" Now try saying it on your own. Perfect. Challenge 3. Reassuring the puppy. Finally, let's practice some comforting phrases. Repeat after me. "Don't worry, I'll help you." Now try another one. "It's lost, but I'll find the owner." Fantastic. Your turn. Imagine someone asks you, "Is it lost?" How would you answer? Take a moment to think about it. Here's an example. "Yes, it is. I want to find its owner." Write your own answers in the comments below. I'd love to see how you would handle this situation.
Remember, practicing these phrases out loud and writing them down will help you remember them better. Don't worry if it feels hard at first. Every time you practice, you're getting better and better.
I'm so proud of you for practicing today. You've learned some important phrases to help you communicate when you're in a situation like mine, and you've already used them in your own way. But the most important lesson is this: every little bit of practice counts. In my story, I helped the lost puppy find its way home. And just like that, by practicing English every day, you're finding your way to becoming a confident English speaker. You might not see big changes right away, but trust me, every step you take makes a difference. Remember, learning a language is a journey, not a race. You don't have to be perfect, and you don't have to know everything. Just keep going. The more you practice, the easier it will get. And hey, if you enjoyed this story and these lessons, don't forget to hit the subscribe button so you can join me for more fun and helpful English lessons. I'm here to help you every step of the way. Thank you so much for learning with me today. Stay curious, keep practicing, and I'll see you in the next story.